Hello chemistry fans, welcome back to Chemistry 1032 problem solving session here at the Academic Success Center on Broward College North Campus. I am your host, Dr. Russell Betts, and I'll be leading you through this problem today. Let's jump right in. Chapter 11, problem number 3. Name the following organic molecules. Well, there's only one. God, I had to fix that S right there. I'm going to film the video with the S, but I'll change it on the problem. One more time. Cut. Do it again. Hello, chemistry fans, and welcome back to Chemistry Problem Solving Session here at the Academic Success Center on Broward College North Campus. This problem is for Chemistry 1032 students, and I am Dr. Russell Betts. I will be your host for this problem. So please come with me on this adventure. Name the following organic molecule. Well, here we have a chain of carbons, a bunch of hydrogen, and a couple of bromines. So now we're going to be using IUPAC rules, International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry, to assign a name to this molecule. Now, I'm going to be showing you a technique that will help you name this molecule. I'm going to follow IUPAC rules, but I'm going to give you kind of a systematic way to name this compound or remember how to name it. What I tell students to do when they're first learning this is to get two different color markers, blue and black. And what I want you to do is I want you to number the carbons. So notice there's 4 carbons here in a row. So just number them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the numbers correspond to the carbon. So this is carbon 1, carbon 2, carbon 3, carbon 4 in blue. Take another different color marker, black, and go. Now this way the blue was left to right. Now I want to go right to left. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Now, IUPAC has a different way of telling you how to do this, and their way is perfectly awesome. It works. It's just students forget it, and they always kind of mess it up. So I give this way to do it to help you never get it wrong. Now, after practicing for some time, you might be able to skip over this little part and use the direct IUPAC rule. But if you forget on an exam or during a stressful time, falling back onto this little systematic way will help you remember. Number from left to right and right to left. Okay, now let's count how many carbons we have. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 carbons in a continuous, non-broken carbon chain. That's known as butane. 4 carbons in a continuous chain is butane. Okay, so no matter what happens, this molecule will be called a butane of some sort. Now, looking at the blue, and the blue only, ignore the black numbers for now. Only look at the blue. We look for substituents on the carbon chain. Substituents are non-hydrogen atoms. Okay, so we have a bromine on carbon 1 and 2 hydrogens. We don't have to worry about the hydrogens. We only have to worry about the bromine. Okay? So I want to say where the bromine is and then name it. So I'm going to say it's 1-bromo. The halogens are called bromo-chloro-fluoro-iodo when they're substituents. When they're anions, they're called ides, like bromide, chloride. But when they're substituents on an organic molecule, they're substituting for a hydrogen, you call them fluoro-chloro-bromo-iodo. So this is 1-bromo. Go to carbon 2, blue carbon 2. There's nothing on that carbon but hydrogens and the carbon chain. So nothing to worry about there. Carbon 3. There's a bromine on carbon 3. So it's 3-bromo. Okay? So carbon 1 had a bromine, carbon 3 had a bromine. IUPAC says we call the bromine bromo when it's a substituent. If it had been chlorine, it would have been chloro. And carbon 4, there's nothing interesting, just hydrogens on carbon 4. Grab the black marker. We're going to look at the black numbering system now. Carbon 1, black carbon 1, nothing to speak about really. Black carbon 2 though, black carbon 2 is bromo. 2-bromo. All right. Carbon 3, black carbon 3, nothing. Black carbon 4, bromo. Now, you might be wondering why we're going through this exercise of numbering left to right, right to left, and then making two lists of different colors. And this is all kind of weird. I make students do this when they first learn to tell them this rule. You use the low numbers. IUPAC says you want to make your numbers as low as possible. So we have a choice between 1 bromo and 3 bromo, or 2 bromo and 4 bromo. Well, obviously the 1 and the 3 are the lower numbers. So what I want you to do then is not to scribble out or obliterate the black numbers. I just want you to put a line through them. That way you know, and I'll know when I'm grading, that you don't want me to consider this. You want me to consider this. It also helps you when you come back on an exam and want to check your work. This is still here. You can still see it. You can still check it to make sure you didn't make a silly little mistake between here and here. Okay? And as time is ticking away, you certainly don't want to have to redo this. Okay? So now, 1 and 3 are obviously lower numbers than 2 and 4. So we're going to use the blue numbers to name this molecule. Okay. So now, IUPAC says at this point, you must put your substituents in alphabetical order. Well, we only have one. So it's bromo. So bromo is going to come first. But we have to put the location of the bromines first. So it's going to be 1, 3. Numbers are separated by commas. 1, 3, dash. Letters and numbers are separated by dashes. So 1, 3. Number, comma, number, dash. Now there'll be a letter. Now, this is bromo, right? But you don't say bromo. You say dibromo. It's di because there's 2 of them. Now you may think that is redundant. You have a 1, 3 and a bromo. That should have been enough. You know there's 2 bromines there. True, this is a little bit redundant. That's the beauty of the IUPAC system. It has built-in redundancies so that you can relay it to another chemist exactly, precisely, without any ambiguity. There's no questioning what the molecule is. So it's 1, 3 dash dibromo. If there had been 3 bromines, it would have been tribromo. Okay, you get the picture. 1, 3 dash dibromo butane. All one word, no spaces. Okay? 1, 3 dash dibromo butane. The location of the substituents and the name of the substituents. On carbon 1, there's a bromine. On carbon 3, there's a bromine. And the molecule is a butane. So there's 4 carbons in a continuous non-broken chain. Okay? Now, that's a standard naming question. I hope that you found this video helpful to determining how to name this compound. And I hope that you will be inspired now to go and try to name harder, more challenging compounds. Trust me, follow the rules. They're not hard. It's just a matter of keeping track of your substituents and putting it together. Okay? Now, one last point before I let you go. When you're putting the substituents in alphabetical order, you don't consider the prefix, the di, tri, tetra, whatever. You only ever consider the first letter of the substituent name. So the BR. Okay? And other problems that'll become important. All right? Now, without any further ado, I'd like to wish you good luck and good chemistry.